What if Deku joined Team JPDE? Chapter 79. Mother and Daughter. Tuesday. Day 177. Evelyn and Penny had met up with Janara and Titania to invite them to the opening dance. "Well, I'm going down those stairs with Penny," Titania said. "Why, Penny?" Janara asked. "Red and green go great together." "We're going to turn so many heads," Titania said. "Green? What green?" "Your hair is grey," Janara said. "Silver, thank you very much." "And of course, the green of my dress," Titania said. "We don't have any dresses, doofus." "Well, I do still, I don't have any." "You know, special dresses," Janara said. "Oh, so you want to wear a special dress?" Evelyn asked. Janara blushed. "Well, it's a special occasion, so I think we should, you know," Janara said. "Well, don't you worry none. I'm gonna make you the bestest specialist dresses ever," Evelyn said. "I figured. Still, thank you," Titania said. "So Titania wants a green one. What about you, Janara?" Penny asked. Can I have something with poise?" Janara asked. The others were surprised by Janara's answer. What did I say?" Janara asked. "Nothing much, Janara. It's rare to see you act your age," Penny said. "And what would that be?" "Because if we go by my actual chronological age, I should be a toddler," Janara said. "Huh. I never really thought about that." "Oh my gods, that'd make me," Titania said. "The youngest person of our group. Even younger than David," Janara said. Should I start counting from when they put me in the clock tower, or?" Titania questioned. Penny laughed. "Me and my father had a very engaging conversation about this matter. In the end we decided it'd be more socially agreeable to use an age fitting my appearance," Penny said. "Because you're actually?" Evelyn asked. "My chronological age would be 3 years and 78 days, as of today." "But why the face, Evelyn?" Penny asked. Nothing, it just hit me that you're pretty young." "Technically," Evelyn said. Yeah, I guess so." "What about it?" Penny asked. Nothing, just thinking out loud," Evelyn said. Deku was walking through the beacon halls, after classes had ended for the day, when he heard a loud crash coming from one of the combat arena classroom. Curiosity got the better of him, and so he went to have a look. He entered the classroom to see Dew dancing through several dummies, striking them with her spear. She struck the last dummy, sending it flying across the arena. She held her pose from the final strike before relaxing. "Impressive," Deku said. Dew jumped in surprise. "Ijuku?" Dew questioned. "Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to scare you," Deku said. "You didn't scare me. You just caught me off guard," Dew said. "Still sorry about that," Deku said. "It's alright. So, what are you doing here?" Dew asked. "Curiosity," Deku said. Dew said. "I heard some noises from the hallway and decided to have a peek. And I'm glad I did. That was an impressive performance," Deku said. "Thanks," Dew said with a small blush. "So why'd you do it?" Deku asked. Do what?" Dew asked. "Why do you train so hard? What's your motivation?" Deku asked. "May I ask what is your motivation first? I've noticed how hard you train." "Why do you do it?" Dew asked. "Fair enough. The reason I train so hard is to be someone the world can look up to. A shining light in the darkness that will protect them. A name anyone can call out for help. A symbol of peace and justice," Deku said. "It sounds like you want to be a hero from a comic book rather than a hunter," Dew said. "That's because I do," Deku said. Dew said. "While a hunter mainly fights the darkness that is grim, that doesn't address the real issue that make the grim so terrifying," Deku said. "And that is?" Dew asked. "Negativity." Imagine, if you will, there was a huge tragedy in Vale that caused a huge loss of human life, suffering and destruction, like a dust warehouse exploding or a terrorist attack. That would generate a lot of negativity which will attract the grim, and very powerful ones at that. Now the kingdom's defenses may be able to hold out, but the negativity will continue to grow as civilians fear for their lives and criminals take advantage of that chaos. If order isn't restored quickly, it's only a matter of time before the kingdom falls, Deku said. I think I'm starting to see it. You want to bring hope to people in crisis to combat the grim. Whilst that is an admirable goal, I'm not sure you will be able to do it. You can't be everywhere at once, Dew said. You're right, I can't, but if I am able to inspire others to stand up, then we will be able to purge the darkness. But that won't happen overnight. First of all, I need to master my semblance, Deku said. Really? It seems to me you have a pretty good handle on it, Dew said. It may seem like that, but that's not true at all. I can't even use my semblance at 100%, Deku said. What? Then what percentage can you use, Dew asked. Right now I can handle 40%, but I tend to use 20% at max in combat class, Deku said. May I see, Dew asked. Sure. Let's reset the dummies and I'll show you, Deku said. The two then reset the dummies. You ready, Dew asked. Just give me a moment to warm up, Deku said. Deku began jumping on the spot. Little bunny foo-foo hopping through the forest, Deku said. Dew snorted. What was that, Dew asked. My warm-up. Now, watch me, Deku said. In a flash Deku was gone. Dew watched as Deku sped around the arena punching and kicking the dummies. Some of the dummies fell over due to the wind pressure created by Deku's strikes. After a few moments all the dummies had been knocked over. Impressive, Dew said. Thank you, Deku said. So why don't you go all out during combat class, Dew asked. Because there's nothing to learn from doing so, for me or my opponent. We are here to learn, not beat each other up. Now going back, why do you train so hard, Deku asked. Well, I do have a reputation to uphold. I am Dew Gale of Team NDGO, winners of the team circuits. But the main reason I do it is because I'm tired, Dew said. Because you're tired, Deku questioned. Yes. Team NDGO has never lost a match ever. It's gotten quite tiring to keep it up. But since coming to Beacon, I think I've found a team that could, with one particular individual in mind, Dew said. I hope for you that they live up to your expectations. Anyway, I best be off, see you around, Dew, Deku said. See you, Dew said. After Deku had left. Don't worry, Izuku. You most certainly do, Dew said. As the night had fallen, Young was preparing to go meet with Raven. I still think. I think I should come, Ruby said. Nah. Believe me, it's much better if you stay behind to be my snuggly strawberry rock if I need more affection to get me out of another rut, Young said. Young, Are you sure? Considering how this has gone so far, Blake said. I'm sure. I need to not let this control me anymore and actually make that speech mean something, you know, Young said. Just don't hurt yourself anymore. I don't like seeing you cry, Ruby said. And most importantly, whatever happens, remember that you're more than your mother's daughter. You're a member of the team, a student of Beacon, a friend. And most importantly, you're Young, Wise said. I know, Young said. Young then left the room and headed to the Bullhead landing. She met up with Deku there and the two boarded a bullhead to Vale. As they exited the bullhead after it had landed in Vale, they saw Raven waiting for them. Glad you could both make it, Raven said. Mom. It ends tonight, Young said. We're not leaving Vale without all the answers and the full picture, Deku said. Yeah, I figured. But what about we get some coffee to go before moving to somewhere more comfortable? It wouldn't do to speak of destiny while standing in the middle of the street, Raven said. The three then did as Raven suggested. So, I take you read my letter, Raven said. Yes. I thank you, Young said. For what? Raven asked. It's just those words. They're words I've always needed. I just wish I could have gotten to read them sooner, Young said. Same. Believe me, Raven said. So, mind giving some answers? Deku asked. Indeed, boyfriend. What the hell is this future that you had in mind for me that was so bad that it made Dad fight you while you were still recovering from childbirth, to start with? Young said. And how does all of that tie into what you were doing with me? Deku asked. Raven gave a small laugh. Alright, this necessitates a little bit more backstory. I suppose Daijuku shared with you the history of our tribe? Raven asked. He did. So? Young asked. Well, there's a little detail that I omitted to mention. You see, our founders weren't just a caste rebelling to not lose their place. They actually had a claim to the throne of Mistral, Raven said. A claim to the throne? How? Deku asked. Simple. One of their leaders was the brother of the ruler of Mistral at the time of the upheaval, following the Great War. Their strategy wasn't just become tyrants, they wanted to put that brother on the throne. Now, guess who we descend from? Young De Raven said. You cannot be serious, Young said. Oh, but I am, Raven said. So you're saying that Young is? Deku asked. Congratulations, Izuku. You've managed to bag yourself a princess, Raven said. No, he didn't. No, I'm not, Young yelled. Technically you are. Mistral is still a monarchy, if with some concessions given to the public, Raven said. You know what I mean. Oh. Oh gods, that's why Dad didn't. You want to? Young said. To overthrow an entire country? Izuku questioned. Oh, it's not want. I'm gonna do it. Give me a couple more years, Raven said. And you want me to? Young asked. Yup. You're going to be the first queen of Mistral ever, Young. Be proud, Raven said. That's insane. You're insane, Young said. Or why do you say that? Raven asked. Because you want to overthrow a country. There would be endless bloodshed and needless death in your attempt to do that. And one of those deaths will have to be me, Deku said. Izuku, Young said. I will not let you overthrow Mistral so long as I live, Deku said. And he won't be the only one. The 4 great countries are technically allied, remember. What makes you think the other 3 are not going to interfere? And while you fight your war, what about the Grim? Young said. Oh, that's all. What, you think I'm some kind of brainless warmonger? Of course I have planned for all of that. The revolution is going to be mostly bloodless, Raven said. Okay, let's say I believe you. Whatever. If we share the same blood, why do you even need me? You have a claim to the throne just as much as I do, Young said. Well, first because a mother fighting to put her daughter on the throne is much more PR savvy than a warrior queen leading an uprising. And second, you'd make a much better ruler than me, Young Raven said. Young and Deku were shocked. If all it took for being a good leader was a blood claim, my father or the current ruler would do just fine. No. Young, this is not about power-mongering, nor is it about brining back the old order of things. It would fail just as the new one did. What we need it to create something new, and it can't be brought upon by someone belonging to either. For all the changes, I still decided to give up my rights to being a mother after a duel, Raven said. Mom, Young said. No. What the world needs for true change is someone knowing both worlds but belonging to neither. Someone who can see the good and bad in both and do with them as necessary. You're that person, Young. You're going to lead us to something better. A world that won't need to sacrifice its best to survive, Raven said. Why? How? How can you be certain? Why do you believe in me so much? Young asked. Because you're my daughter. You're young Branwenzai Along, and you're going to kick the world's ass, Raven said. Mom, I don't know what to say, Young said. Say yes, Raven said. Wait, you want an answer right now? Young asked. Gods, no. Of course not. Who did you take me for? I know very well what kind of bombshell I just dropped on you. Take your time. As I said, it's not going to happen for a few years yet. And now that we finally have time to spend together, what's the use in rushing? Raven asked. I think I'd like that, Mom Young said. Okay, that explains what you want with Young. But that doesn't explain what you want with me. Why am I so important that you had sex with me and had to test me? Deku asked. Right, you're right. Mom, I now understand everything about my life except for, what do you want with my boyfriend? Young asked. First of all, that night in juniors was a drunken night of passion. You cannot deny that, Raven said. I can't, but you still did it. If you needed some relief, why me? Deku said. Cause I'm a sucker for a man with a pretty face and a nice bod, just like Ty, Raven said. You Young said, as Deku blushed. As for the test, I had to be certain, without being drunk, that you were good enough for my daughter, Raven said. Excuse me, Deku said. I told you the first time, didn't I? I was testing you and wanted to know more about you. The first time I met you I wanted to see if you had any balls, and you certainly do. You stood up to me, both for yourself and for Young. In front of me, that is no small feat, Raven said. Of course I would, Deku said. Second, I needed to see if you were open-minded. While not exactly approving of everything I submitted to you, you stomached it for a chance to learn more, to further your objective. Again, a very important skill, Raven said. An important skill for what? Young asked. Diplomacy, my dear. Believe me when I say that you're going to want someone to have your back when it comes to leading and diplomacy, Raven said. I mean. What? Deku questioned. Hey, almost bloodless but still a war. I figured I'd better start looking for royal consort candidates sooner rather than later, Raven said. Both Young and Deku blushed. Consort. Mom Young yelled. You can't. We're too young to, Deku yelled. Raven laughed. Calm down, kids, there's a government to overthrow first. And hey, if that causes you distress, I still haven't gotten to the reason behind the third test. Though I guess I didn't need to do it, but I had to make sure, Raven said. That. How does that? Young asked. You know what's historically the most common reason for wars of succession? Raven asked. No, Deku said. The ruler dying without a legitimate heir. So the most important thing I needed to check, Izuku, was that you're going to be able to deliver on that front. And by gods I'm sure of that, Raven said. There was a moment of silence before Young and Deku exploded in a blushing mess. Mom Young yelled. All Deku could do was stutter and splutter. Oh my gods, don't be such prudes. I'm talking about making babies. It's not rocket science, Raven said. I know what you're talking about. I'm not stupid. But it's way too soon. Your brain is on backwards. That must be it, Young yelled. Come on. I know you two have been going at it like furnace in heat. You certainly take after me and Tai, in that regard. Although you did take longer. 1 week in and we were already, Raven said. Shut your mouth. I don't need to think of you and Dad, Young yelled. That doesn't matter. It's way too soon to think about marriage and babies. We are still in school, Deku yelled. Preposterous. It's never too soon to start looking for a good partner, Raven said. Why is this the only aspect you're traditional on? Young asked. You two are adorable. Well, then, what about Plan B? Raven said. Plan B? Deku questioned. Yup. There's a way out of everything, including the revolution thing, if you want, Raven said. And that would be? Young asked. Well, if Young doesn't want to do it, I can't certainly force her to, right? And I guess I can wear the crown for a little while, but, again, succession. And it just so happens that Well, the more I thought about meeting Young and the more I realized, Raven said. You realized? Deku asked. What exactly? Young asked. I kinda want another baby, Raven said. Mom. No, absolutely not, Young yelled. Oh, come on, you owe at least that, Raven said. I owe you nothing. You're the one who disappeared on me, Young yelled. Not by choice. And the first thing you did when I appeared before you made me feel. You have any idea how hurt I was? Raven asked. But why him? Young asked. Hey, it's not my fault we have the same taste in men. And come on, you know you want a sibling, Raven said. Not fathered by my boyfriend, thank you very much. I just got over you fucking him, Young yelled. How is it any different from him doing it with his other girlfriends? Raven asked. Because they're not my mother. I don't want to have Izuku as my stepdad, Young said. But you already call him daddy, Raven said. Mom. How much have you watched? Young asked. Enough. The world needs the Branwen bloodline to continue, and I'm 90% certain your uncle's fertility is in the negatives because of the alcohol. So it's up to us. So choose. Grandchild or sibling? Or perhaps both, Raven asked. None. Stop it, Young yelled. Yes. Please. Anything else but this, Deku yelled. Fine. I'll shelve it for later. I have something I need to ask you too, Raven said. Can I have a drink first? Young asked. Me too, Deku said. The three then went to a bar. After a few drinks, Izuku had calmed down. Young on the other hand had already had several glasses and was still drinking. Raven was drinking as well, but not as much as Young. You've certainly improved your tolerance for alcohol. I might have to kiss you more than once to get you drunk, Raven said. Please don't. I don't think I could get the others to back down if that happens again, Deku said. Fine. I won't get you drunk. As for me, I'll drink away, Raven said. Are you sure you should? Don't you have a question to ask? Deku asked. Don't worry about it. Where do you think Young got her tolerance for alcohol from? Raven asked. Young finished chugging a drink and slammed the glass down. Young, don't you think you should stop? Your mom has a question to ask, Deku said. I wanna forget all of this tonight and wake up in the morning and deal with it. So no, you can answer it, Young said. But we don't, Deku said. Go right ahead, Izuku can answer my question, Raven said. Young then got another drink. Okay then. So, what do you want to ask? Deku asked. There's something that Tai and Crow alluded to that I need confirming for my own sanity, Raven said. They wouldn't tell you, Deku said. They said I wouldn't believe them. And they're right, I don't. So I need you to tell me, Raven said. Okay. What is it? Deku asked. Is Summer Rose alive? Raven asked. Yes. Summer Rose is alive, Deku said. Raven was stunned with shock and tears began to form in her eyes. This better not be a joke, Raven said. It's not. Summer is alive and well. Well as one can be beneath Remnant's surface, Deku said. What? Raven asked. To cut a long story short. We found out Summer was alive when me, David and Ruby fell down super far underneath Peak. We would have been dead without her, Deku said. Peak, Raven said. Raven then got up and began to run out of the bar. But before she could leave, Deku grabbed hold of her waist and lifted her up. Izuku. Why are you stopping me? I need to rescue her, Raven yelled. Don't you think we would have done so already? It's not that easy, Deku said. Raven paused for a moment before calming down. Deku sat back down, Raven sitting on his lap. Okay. So how do we rescue her? Raven asked. We can't do much really, it's up to Ruby to rescue her, Deku said. Of course it is, Raven said, a smile appearing on her face. I'll leave it to her then. And do not hesitate to call if you need help in any way, Raven said. I'll pass it on to Ruby, Deku said. Thank you, Raven said. Now, would you kindly get off my lap, Deku asked. But I'm comfortable, Raven said. Well, I'm not, Deku said. Are you sure? I don't think so, Raven said. Raven started to wiggle and bounce, earning and moan from Deku. You're so bad, Izuku. Getting a boner in public, you perv. Good thing I'm wearing a skirt to hide it, but if it gets any bigger we're gonna have to hide it somewhere else. Good for you that I know a place close by, Raven said. Raven, you're drunk, Deku said. Maybe. But I'm not as drunk as her, Raven said. Deku looked to see a very drunken Young standing over them. Young, Deku said. Young then pushed Raven over with her rear and sat down on Deku's lap before planting her lips on Deku's. Oops, seems I've made someone jealous, Raven said. Pay attention to me too. I want your babies as well, Young said, touching Deku. Oh my, Raven said. Young, Deku said. Why don't we go somewhere more private, Raven suggested. Young nodded and hummed in agreement. The next thing Deku knew was that he was being dragged out of the bar. Fuck, Deku said, as he was now in bed, staring up at the ceiling, with Raven and Young naked on either side of him. The two of them were fast asleep whilst Deku was wide awake. End of chapter 79.